High in the sun-scorched cliffs they dwelled, the Rama. Creatures of sharp talons and keener eyes, they were a mystery whispered on the wind. Their forms were a dance of elegance and menace, their eyes, cold jewels that reflected a hidden ancient hunger. They were not born of the earth, not in the way men or beasts were. They were something else, something older, something far more dangerous. Their eyries were carved into the very heart of the mountains, a testament to their pride and ambition. Walls of obsidian reflected the harsh sun, 1,000 burning eyes staring out at the world below. They were a proud race, the Rama, with a lineage steeped in blood and conquest. Legends clung to the Rama like cobwebs, ancient and disturbing. They spoke of a lineage touched by something not of this world, a power that ran deep in their veins, a legacy of fire and shadow. Dragon blood, they called it, a whisper of an age before men, before even the mountains themselves. It was in their eyes, the legend said, in the way they moved, the way they spoke, the way they ruled. The Rama themselves did little to dispel these tales. They embraced the whispers, nurtured them with an arrogance that bordered on madness. Within their obsidian halls, a rigid hierarchy reigned. The Rama were a society built on power, where strength and cunning were the only currencies that mattered. At the apex stood the elders, their feathers as dark as midnight, their eyes burning with ancient wisdom and a chilling ruthlessness. Their word was law, their will absolute. Below them were the warriors, their bodies honed for battle, their talons sharp as shards of obsidian. They were the enforcers of the Rama's will, their wings casting shadows of fear upon the land below. Each victory, each conquest, only served to fuel their arrogance, their belief in their own superiority. Then came the scholars, keepers of the Rama's twisted history, their minds sharp as the talons of their brethren. They delved into forbidden lore, seeking to unlock the secrets of their dragon ancestry, their pursuit of knowledge a double-edged sword that brought them closer to both power and madness. At the bottom were the unfledged, the young Rama, their feathers still touched with the down of youth. They were taught from birth the ways of their kind, their minds poisoned with tales of their own greatness, their hearts hardened to the suffering of others. The cycle continued, generation after generation, perpetuating the Rama's legacy of pride and descent. The Rama's thirst for power was a bottomless well. They sought it in the whispers of ancient winds, in the heart of smoldering volcanoes, in the very fabric of existence itself. They made pacts with beings of shadow and flame, traded secrets whispered on the edge of oblivion for a taste of forbidden power. Their magic was a thing of both beauty and terror. They could command the winds to do their bidding, summon storms that blotted out the sun, their talons crackling with the raw power of the sky. But each spell, each invocation, chipped away at their souls, leaving behind a void that could only be filled with more power. The land below trembled before their might. Villages were razed, forests burned, entire civilizations crumbled under the weight of their ambition. The Rama took what they desired, their sense of entitlement knowing no bounds. They saw themselves as gods among men, and in their arrogance, they believed they were beyond consequence. As the Rama delved deeper into the pursuit of power, they stumbled upon an abyss within themselves. It whispered promises of unimaginable might, of transcendence beyond their wildest dreams. It lured them with visions of godhood, of a world reshaped in their image. And the Rama, drunk on their own ambition, were all too eager to listen. The abyss reflected their darkest desires, their hunger for power, their lust for control. It showed them a world where they reigned supreme, where all bowed before their might. It played on their arrogance, their belief in their own superiority, whispering that they were destined for greatness, that they were above the laws of nature itself. And so, the Rama began to change. Their forms, once elegant and graceful, became twisted and grotesque. Their feathers, once a symbol of pride, became as dark as the abyss that consumed them. Their eyes, once sharp and intelligent, now burned with a cold, unfeeling madness. The whispers of dragon blood, once a source of pride, now became a haunting reminder of the price they were paying. The Rama's world was one of transactions, a cold and calculated exchange of power and favors. They saw everything and everyone as pawns in their game of dominance, tools to be used and discarded at their whim. Loyalty was a foreign concept, a weakness they could not afford. Their alliances were built on shifting sands, held together by fear and self-interest. They would betray their own kind without a moment's hesitation if it meant gaining an advantage. There was no room for compassion, no place for empathy in their hearts. Only the cold, hard calculus of power mattered. Even amongst themselves, there was a constant struggle for dominance. Each Rama sought to climb higher, to claw their way to the top of the pecking order. They plotted and schemed against one another, their talons always ready to strike at the first sign of weakness. Theirs was a society teetering on the brink of chaos, held together only by the iron grip of their elders and the ever-present threat of violence. But even the strongest chains could not hold back the darkness that festered within them, the creeping madness that threatened to unravel their entire civilization. The seeds of madness had been sown long ago, planted in the fertile ground of the Rama's arrogance and watered by their insatiable thirst for power. Now, those seeds were beginning to sprout, twisting their minds and poisoning their souls. Their once sharp minds became clouded with paranoia and delusion. They saw enemies everywhere, even among their own kind. They trusted no one, not even their own shadows. The whispers of the abyss grew louder, urging them to embrace the darkness, to give in to the madness that promised them ultimate power. Their dreams were haunted by visions of fire and blood, their waking hours plagued by a constant gnawing hunger that could never be satisfied. They became cruel for the sake of cruelty, reveling in the suffering of others. The line between ambition and madness blurred, until it was impossible to tell where one ended and the other began. The Rama were no longer the proud, cunning creatures they once were. They were broken reflections, twisted mockeries of their former selves. The Rama's fall was as swift as it was brutal. Their empire, built on foundations of fear and oppression, crumbled from within. The whispers of rebellion, once hushed by terror, now echoed through the obsidian halls of their eyries. The land below, long suffering under their tyranny, rose up in defiance. Armies marched on their mountain strongholds, their banners a symbol of hope against the encroaching darkness. The Rama, consumed by their own madness, were ill-prepared for the onslaught. Their once formidable armies, riven by paranoia and infighting, turned on one another. The bonds of loyalty, already tenuous, snapped like dry twigs. The elders, their minds clouded by delusion, clung to power even as their world burned around them. The skies themselves seemed to weep as the Rama fell. Storms raged, lightning split the heavens, and the very mountains trembled as if in mourning for the creatures they had once sheltered. In the aftermath, only ruins remained. The obsidian cities of the Rama, once symbols of their might, now lay shattered and broken. The winds whistled through empty halls, carrying with them the echoes of their fall. The land below, scarred but not broken, began the long process of healing. The Rama were gone, their legacy a cautionary tale whispered around campfires. They were a reminder that even the most powerful could fall, that ambition unchecked could lead to ruin. Their story served as a warning against the allure of the abyss, the seductive whispers of power that promised so much and demanded everything in return. But the whispers did not entirely fade. They lingered in the shadows, a reminder that the darkness that Rama had embraced could never truly be extinguished. It existed in the hearts of all beings, a constant temptation, a seductive whisper that promised power beyond measure. And in the ruins of their cities, amidst the shattered remnants of their civilization, a single egg remained. The tale of the Rama became a legend, passed down through generations. It was a story of pride and ambition, of the seductive nature of power, and the inevitability of its corrupting influence. It served as a warning, a reminder that even the most powerful could be consumed by their own desires. The whispers of their fall echoed through the ages, a cautionary tale for those who dared to seek power for its own sake. The Rama's legacy was not one of conquest or dominion, but of ruin and despair. They were a testament to the dangers of unchecked ambition, the seductive whispers of the abyss that promised ultimate power but demanded a terrible price. And so, the world remembered their name, the Rama. A whisper on the wind, a shadow in the sky. A reminder that even the greatest empires could crumble, that even the most powerful could fall prey to their own hubris. Their story served as a warning, a beacon in the darkness, a testament to the enduring strength of hope in the face of overwhelming power. For even in the darkest of times, the whispers of the Rama's fall reminded the world that even the mightiest could be brought low, and that even in the face of despair, the spirit of resistance could never be truly extinguished.